Hi there. We're back together again. I'm Michelle Bernard. I'm a wellness educator and an artist and an author, and you have been doing Paper Coach, the journal and log, which I refer to as a jog, journal and log. And you've been doing this for a few weeks. If you haven't started, go to the first 3 videos that I made of Paper Coach so that you can start your first week, because I'm going to come in at week 4 with you. And we're going to start week 4 where I'm going to help you through some of the journaling prompts, which I call conversation starters, and get you going so that you can make progress and get all the way through Paper Coach, all the way to the end where you're doing the journaling. All of these things are so important for your physical and mental transformation. They're important because in order to transform your body, to get stronger, to get healthier, you must know yourself. So as we go through these journaling questions or conversation starters, the more that you know yourself, the more that you know how you think and why you believe what you believe, you will have the internal awareness to course correct, to move toward desires you might have shelved at some point in your life, and to also extinguish some of the beliefs that have limited you from becoming who you want to become. So you don't even need to know all of that to be able to get through Paper Coach, because doing Paper Coach, you will be able to rise to a more intense and intimate awareness of yourself. And by doing Paper Coach, you will find that you are more self-motivated to achieve your fitness aims as well as your life aims. Let's get started. We're at week 4. And you can see that at week 4, you're going to put a date. You're doing this for each of your weeks. You're writing the date in there. I'd like to just say that most of you that are doing Paper Coach have also read my book, Lean, Happy, Healthy You, 8 Healthy Habits for Her Happy Life. Because all of the principles and rituals, it's what I call it in this book that I wrote in 2016, all of the principles and rituals apply to everything that you're doing in Paper Coach. So they are complements of each other. So after we've put the date at week 4, we're going to go to our meaningful feelings. And you're doing this weekly. You've done meaningful feelings for the 6 weeks of Paper Coach, and now you're doing them weekly. So each week you have an aim for how you want to feel. So look at your list of meaningful feeling goals and you write 3 aims. This week, I aim to feel, or I desire to feel more focused. I'm just saying for right now, so I would circle that. Bold and lean. And you can do yours. You can circle your 3. And then you date that. And you date the week. It says date from to, and you put the dates. Some of you are starting on Monday. Some of you are starting on Saturdays. Some of you are starting on Wednesdays. All right, your next page. These are your aims for the week, and they're very specific. You've got 3 wellness aims, and you've got 3 life work aims. I have a fan on. You might be able to hear it because I have the air conditioner off, because you would hear that. So just so I don't sweat on you. So you're going to write your 3 wellness aims. You've been doing this now for the last 3 weeks. So you know your wellness aims this week could be that you're going to do, you're going to work your triceps 3 times a week. That could be a wellness aim. That you're going to do 100 push-ups twice a week. That could be a wellness aim. Your wellness aim could also be that you're going to stop eating at 8:30 p.m. every night this week or 5 nights this week. Get very specific. Put the days, put the times. Write it as you want to do it. Don't write it as this very generalized goal or aim. Write it as very specific. So maybe you're going to stop eating at 8:30 Monday through Friday, and that would be a wellness aim. You're going to take a saltwater bath twice this week, Tuesday and Thursday, or Thursday and Friday. And then you're going to write your life or your work aim. And it could be that you're going to get up an hour earlier every day, 5 days a week. That you're going to meet a friend, specifically you'd write their name, that you haven't seen in a while for lunch, coffee date, dinner. These are going to be your life work aims so that you are thinking about your fitness and health. You're also thinking about your community, your goals, growth within you. A life work aim for me is to read 90 minutes a day. And that would be at least 5 days a week. I actually would like to do more, but just to get myself at up to 90 minutes instead of 30 minutes, I'm going to start with five days a week. So 5 days, I will read 90 minutes. And there's a chart that you know about that's in your paper coach where you can write those 5 days that you did the reading. So go ahead and write 3 wellness aims and 3 of your life work aims. The most important thing is that you're specific. Always remember, this is for you. Don't be general. What are you going to do? What are you going to do? Write it specifically, and then you will know what you need to do to keep your word. We're going on now to the conversation starter on the next page, so you can go ahead and see that. And I'll read it. How does your wellness lifestyle affect your friendships? Include the positive as well as the possible negative effects. What I've always taught to my clients is that when you start to change yourself, the people that are closest around you might become uncomfortable. And it's because they like you the way that you are, or you have a lot in common. So once that changes a little bit, they might have something to say about it or feelings that they express unconsciously about it that might be negative. Could be positive, could be negative. In the book, Lean, Happy, Healthy You, I talk about these responses as OPOs and OPAs, other people's opinions and other people's agendas. OPOs and OPAs are one of the greatest reasons why many of us that set an aim to do something hesitate. And it's because of what is the OPOs, other people's opinions. It's what other people are saying to us and other people's agendas, what they want you to do with them. So some of your OPAs might be, I thought we were going to stay up really late tonight to 2 o'clock in the morning, and you know that you've got to get up at 8 to make it to the 9 o'clock spin class. And so they're saying, oh, but don't you work out enough all week? That's an OPA. They have their own agenda for you. So they're trying to encroach upon yours, your new wellness aim. So you're going to journal about how this looks in your life, who might have a positive or negative opinion, and how it makes you feel. You need to get very clear about this, because I am here to tell you, you cannot let OPOs and OPAs interfere with your program, your aim. You can't. Don't. It's going to be one of the hardest things you ever do, and it's a boundary. But I will promise you this. Those of us who keep our words to ourselves, who pursue our aims, who tell people who we are when we identify who we are and we make it very, very known to others, they respect you for it. Deep down inside, they do. Don't bend. They respect you for it. And a lot of people you will inspire. So I want you to journal about this now. How does your wellness lifestyle affect your friendships, your new aims? Include the positive and negative effects. And then I want you to continue to journal the next conversation starter, which is, how does your wellness lifestyle affect your significant partner and home life? Now, if you don't have a significant partner in your home, but you have a roommate, you can talk about that. So I'm going to include both of these, and you can just go to town writing. It could be positive. Okay, take your time and write about that. Be very aware, as what I said before, that OPOs, other people's opinions, and OPAs, other people's agendas, are one of the biggest barriers to you meeting your aims. When I lived in New York, I was very busy. Every hour, I just had so much on my schedule. And I have a friend there. I still do. She's like my sister friend. I love her. And I remember one time she wanted me to hang out in the village at night. And I was so busy, and I couldn't, and I wanted to. I was writing a book. And I had a deadline to finish it because it meant it was going to bump up against another deadline of something else I had to complete. So to put it off would have meant really putting off like a couple deadlines. And I told her no, I couldn't do it. I had to finish my book. It was already in my agenda to finish my book. And it wasn't just that night I was going to finish my book, but that was part of the process of finishing my book, was to write that day. And I couldn't do it. And I told her later that I really don't go against these heartfelt aims that I have, even though I love you. And since we've spent lots of wonderful time together, but she understands this. And I understand this for her because she's very busy. People will. She's a powerhouse. She understood it. So there's another piece that I'd like to add to this, which is that the more you get focused on your aims and the more you're clear with your words and your intentions and your behaviors to rise and walk or move toward your aims, and the more others see it, they will respect you differently, and I already said that. But you will also find that you will start to bond with other communities or other people who are doing the same thing. And I don't like to say you will attract them. I don't really like to use all of those buzzwords, but you will. You will find that There are other people that will start to relate to you around this idea of mission. And you will have a community that's very much thinking like you do. We're going to go on. And our next conversation starter. During my health and wellness transformation, I fear. Remember, when you're doing this journaling, no one's going to see it. You can write in bullets. You can write in a big circle and write something in a circle and another circle and write something in a circle. If you're artistic, do that. You can write sentences. You can write fragments. I do not care how you write. I don't care if you misspell, capitalize, cursive. I don't care. Draw pictures also. Just get the thoughts out. Just get the truth of yourself on the paper. I fear. What a lot of people fear is losing people because of opioids and OPAs. What a lot of people fear is not being able to eat the way that they used to eat ever again. What a lot of people fear is being able to change their body and then boomeranging back to the way they used to be, or gaining more weight or having more health problems even after all of this struggle. And once again, if you listen to the 11 videos that I recorded of myself reading this book, or get the book yourself and go with me, and you do Paper Coach, I say in the book, and I'm telling you right now, when you live in what I teach, which is a ritual of exercising 4 to 6 days a week, eating from a healthy fuel plan, regulating your sleep, which I talk about in the book, Lean, Happy, Healthy You. And if you live by the ritual and you live with your mind focused on your aims on a daily, you're going to feel happier. People don't like that word, so I'm going to change it. I mean, you're not going to feel happy every single day, but you're going to feel so good about yourself. You really are. Your body's going to feel better. You're going to sleep better. You're not going to be as tired. It's just, once you get over that bridge of a certain lifestyle of health and wellness, you're not going to want to go back. I'm just telling you, you're not going to want to go back. You're not. You're just not. So you don't have to fear that. You won't want to go back. And everything that you do to cross that bridge, which is written in Lean, Happy, Healthy You, which is going to be a part of Paper Coach as you'll experience as you're doing Paper Coach, you will see if I ever run into a problem where I feel like I'm going backward, you just do this again. You just read Lean, Happy, Healthy You again. And you get back on your course. You don't fumble your way. This is your plan. This is what you do to stay. This is what you do to arrive. Well, to live. We don't arrive. We live. During my health and wellness transformation, I fear. You can write. All of these I want you to come back to. I just want to get you through this Paper Coach. This week 4, I want to talk about everything so that we can do this together. So let's go to the next conversation starter. During my health and wellness transformation, I'm eager to, it could be I'm eager to do, I'm eager to feel, I'm eager to have, I'm eager to experience. When I first changed my body, I was eager to go to the dressing room, try on clothes, and not hate it. I used to hate it. I used to hate looking in the mirror. I didn't know what size I wore. It was just all over the place. I didn't look good. I was like, ugh, this doesn't look good. This doesn't look good. This doesn't. I remember when it would be time to go out to some big occasion, you know, you've got like 10 dresses. You got to try them all on to make sure to see what you look like in them, because you look different all the time. So it was like, this is the dress I really want to wear. It's the color I want, and I don't fit in it. I was like eager to feel good, getting ready for an occasion, going to a dressing room. And I seriously, my body was like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Mostly it was up. And I just didn't feel good. It was the worst. So I was eager to feel good trying on clothes. And I remember the first time I went to try on a dress I was going to wear to a wedding, and it looked really good. And I was like, I couldn't believe it. I zipped it up. I was like, I had to check another mirror because I was like, am I in a skinny mirror? I had to go to another. I was like, the feeling was gone. I was eager to get there. I want you to wrap up what you're saying right now, but I do want you to come back to it. So I'm just getting you started. You can start the journaling and then come back another day. You can also add another notebook and carry on. Just write the conversation starter and then carry on. Because the more that you know yourself, the more that you know what you're thinking, you don't let it live in your subconscious, hidden from you. Just get it out. Get it into your conscious mind, become aware of yourself. Because this next one, I really like it. And you can see that it's from this list, circle 9 of your personal attributes. So now we're going to circle 9 things, 9 words that describe us. And this is really great. There are a ton, as you can see, words here. But choose 9 that really, really describe how you are. I am trustworthy. That is for sure. I am talkative. You know that. I am humorous. And if you spent time with me in real life, you would know that. I'm talented, inspirational. This isn't about me. I want you to do it. So 9. Circle 9. No one's going to see it. Just a little insight about me, though. If you have good news or you want to talk about good things about yourself, you can brag in my presence. I really like it when people know what's good about them. I also like it when people know what they need to work on, which is actually on the next page. But I like it when people know what's good about them. You know, as long as you're a kind person, it's okay. So yeah, circle these 9 things that are like really wonderful about you. All of these things on here are wonderful. And so you're going to choose now 2 of these attributes that you've circled. So choose 2 of them, and you're going to describe how you demonstrate each of these in your life. So if I say I'm trustworthy, and I'm going to describe that, what I say, I do. When I teach classes, teach journaling, whatever I'm telling you, I'm doing it. I'm on time or early. So if you hire me or we're going to meet or something, you don't have to worry about me. I am trustworthy and I'm a vault. So if you say, don't tell anybody, I'm not telling anybody. I'm a vault. If you hire me at a job, like I was a teacher, they know I come early, I stay late. Trustworthy. And I love people who are also trustworthy. Trustworthy. So I want you to write, I just told you all these little things that are under the umbrella of me being trustworthy that demonstrate how I am. Now you pick, so if you say you're centered, I want you to write about how you're centered. That might mean that when there's a lot of noise, you're able to stay clear in your mind. You have a special thing that you do to tune things out when it's distraction or when it's just excess noise and you need to stay clear. So I want you to tell in your journal how you demonstrate these two attributes. Remember, you can write bullets, lists, artistically you can write, doesn't matter. Well, I'm going to go to the next one and you come back to this one, but I don't want this video to be really, really long. But I want to talk you through this week 4. It's very important. The next one. From the list below, you're going to underline 5 personal attributes you'd like to improve. It's the same list. 5 personal attributes you'd like to improve. Adaptable. I think I need to improve that. Adaptable. I'm very intense and forceful. I need to improve that. I'm sorry. I'm spending some time with these. I can be centered, but I could improve it. So you go ahead. You do your thing. Do the 5. And then what you're going to do is you're going to choose, and I have 2 lines. There we go. I have 2 lines. You see that you can include if there are 2 things. I think I'm talkative to a fault, and I would say that I need to improve that and listen and talk less. So I would actually underline, even though I thought it was a kind of a good thing, I actually think I need to talk less and listen more in many scenarios. So I would underline that for myself. Okay, done with me. You do it. Choose 2 of the attributes you've underlined, and I would use that one. Describe why you think it's useful to demonstrate each of these attributes in your life. And I just told you. Sometimes I talk too much and I need to listen more. Just be quiet. It's something I'm always working on, but I need to work on it more. So that's what I would write. You pick 2, 5, and then choose 2 and why you need to improve them. Proud of you. It's 28 minutes. I have a timer over here, 29 minutes. If you're here and you're still doing Paper Coach, you're a boss. You're very attentive to yourself. Because most people don't have an attention span to last this long. I'm proud of you. Now, each week you have 7 logs. Remember how to do them. You get to circle the day because there are 7. You might not work out every day. I do. I do trampoline every day. I do weight training 4 or 5 days a week. I do my yoga 2 times a week. So I would write in the cardio section my trampoline and what I'm doing. I do hula hoop also. And then the days that I lift weights, I would write that in. So I use all 7, but you might only use 4. Okay, and I recommend 4 to 6. So I have 7 in there because some people go for a walk, right? They just go for a 40-minute walk. So they would write that in there, but they don't consider that like, oh yeah, I'm really doing my workout. They just consider that a soft, easy workout. So they would write that in for one of their 7 days. So please use at least 4 of these 7 logs for your workouts. And then you write in what you've done that day. If it's yoga, how much, Pilates, Tai Chi, what kind of cardio you did, write out your weight training. And this is so you can be accountable to yourself and also so that you can look back at it. It's a resource for you. Once this whole paper coach is filled in, it's a resource for you. What did I do to get healthy? You know what you did. You don't have to go, I don't know what to do, or throw the marbles in the air and hope you don't slip. You can look back at Paper Coach and see, this is what I did to get healthy, and do it again. So you've got 7 days, and then you've got another area, which is my favorite, and there are 3 logs, your extra movement log, where you've got Monday through Sunday. Did you walk? How many minutes? Because some people do that after dinner. You've got hiking if you did that, dancing if you did that, gardening, you can read that. I even put intimacy because that is a workout. And then there are a few extra areas where if you did something that I didn't think of. All right, your next page is the restoration log. There are 4 modalities to well-being: strength, cardio, flexibility training, and rest and relaxation, which would include meditation, stillness of mind. So restoration, so you would write how many sleep hours. If you're doing the same every night, you can just put the first one on Monday and then just put a line because it's the same. Or you can just write same all the way across there. Did you meditate? You can put an X in the box, or you can put 20 minutes in the box, which is what I would prefer that you did for your awareness. And you can read those. And there's extra spaces if I forgot something. And then there's the expansion log. As you're doing each week, how much reading are you doing? You could put an X in the box, but I would rather you put how many minutes and even what book, just the title of the book, or how many pages you could also put. Study and learning, French, right? Study and learning, pottery class. That's where you'd put for the creative hobby. Community, clubs, you play bridge, do you go to some club, play cards, workshop that you attended? You can see that, date night, fun. And then the next pages, you're writing in your food logs. So you can write those in, and then at the end of the food logs, I have this week I reduced, this week I eliminated, and this week I added. So for some of you, it might be you reduced soda. So you only had soda twice this week, and you had seltzer instead. Or you made your own seltzer, or you added fruit to seltzer. So maybe that's what this week I added fruit to my seltzer. That's how you would fill that out. Keep going with me. You have your vitamins and minerals, which you're doing every single week. And then the next page, you have your herbs and spices. And you're doing that every single week because you are experimenting with what you can add to your food for extra minerals and vitamins and flavor. Okay, instead of just always salting it to the gods. All right. 4, connection. So at the end of each week, I write something that you can do that's special, that can get you more focused on having the external world feed you inspiration. And so this one is for connection and intentional focus, 2 things. And I said one of them already, which is find a tribe that aligns with your vibe. And the more that you start living this healthy lifestyle, you will find that you attract, which I don't like to use that word, but you will find that you resonate more with people who are living a lot like you are. So connect with others who share your lifestyle, support your vision, and contribute to your mental, physical, and emotional expansion. Because when you do, it'll be easier to live this way. And then the second part is mindfulness, which is to pay attention. Intentional focus and awareness on what's happening in the moment. There are things that you can do to slow down. You can turn off your notifications. I do. I have them on silent. Ugh. Or shut down your phone for periods of time, especially when you read. Read in silence or relax on the couch in silence. Like turn off everything, just sit there for a while. You can do a mindful tea ceremony. You can make hot tea or matcha tea and pour and sip it slowly. You can also go for a slow walk without your headphones and just listen to nature. You can sit in the park without your headphones, without a book, just sit there. Or with a book, yeah. And then there are other things you can do, which is pay attention to showering or bathing. Pay attention to yourself brushing your teeth. You can slow down and just watch everything. So you're just going to slow everything down and allow time to go slower, which is what will happen. All right. The next page, music. I listed some songs that are inspiring and empowering. These are old songs. I did that because most people know these songs. They're old. So there's going to be a lot of songs that you probably already know, but the music and the lyrics affect your breathing, they alter your state of mind, and they charge your physical energy. I work out to a soundtrack of tunes in the morning on my trampoline that charge my mind. And I encourage all of you to do that at some point. Let music charge you, not make you depressed, charge you, empower you. And so I have an area where you can write 6 songs that really light you up and make you joyful or dream. Write them and exercise to them, whether they're fast or slow, because I do hula hoop to slow music. And I do yoga to fast music, so it doesn't matter. And then we're at the end here. This is where you write your progress points. You get to pick 3. You can see your list of progress points, and you're going to check where you made progress. You have to do this every week because you need to notice your growth. All of Paper Coach is making you aware of yourself, making you aware of your thoughts, your emotions, making you aware of them, and your behaviors. Now, you don't have to cling to all of your negative emotions, but you need to be aware of them because you need to be aware of how they're affecting your behaviors. Your negative emotions are affecting your behaviors, and your positive emotions are affecting your behaviors. And at the very beginning of the week, we choose positive emotions because regardless of what we're feeling throughout the week, we want to anchor ourselves to those 3 positive emotions. Try to get back there so they will steer us toward progress. And then you write your progress points at the end of the week. So those are your bookends. That's week 4. We did it. Week 4. Go back through the conversation starters and add. Fill them up with you. Get in another journal for overfill. The more you write, the more you know yourself, the better. The clearer, the more focused, the more intentional, the more intimate you become with yourself. And it will allow you to get on track to stronger well-being. I'm on your team. I'm Michelle Bernard, and I'm here for you. I will see you again for week 6. I was like, is that 6? Yeah, it's 6. I'll see you then. Proud of you. Very proud of you. You got this.